Masters Maniac Mexico. Well, hello guys and welcome back to my small channel and my little universe of toys and action figures where the world and its values are still 100% in order. Well, today, as you can already read in the headlines, I come with some hot news to you, and not only hot but very important and very impacting to all the users of brickstones, any type of brickstones I'm talking about. Well, as the title says, Lego is about to kill CaDa, and Lego will impact the collectors scene and the designer scene and the mocker scene and the creativity scene in a very, very decent way. Let me explain what's happening quickly. Well, basically we're talking about that Lego is reaching out or has registered a patent internationally where they reclaim a certain transmission part that they have invented a couple of years ago, and that in the meantime is very widely popular used in all of their transmission parts like cars or bulldozers or cranes or anything like that, and also used in a lot of sets of alternative brickstone producers like Mold King or CaDa, just to mention two examples, or sold on platforms like Bricklink or Breakable, where you can buy these parts for your own use, which is the third party which is using this part widely, the mockers, the private designers that create Lego sets or brickstone sets, better said, that are not from regular lines and that are very creative, often a high quality, and that they publish the construction plans with the community so that you in your home can just buy the stones, buy the parts, and rebuild these mocks, these expression of love for the brickstones and these expression of creativity and highly talented design. Well, as I said, all these parts will be affected because they're using this certain transmission thing. Well, what is the patent that Lego is looking for here, or that Lego literally already has registered? It's just inactive because there's some translation issues still going on, but a question of time. It can happen right now when we are talking. Yeah, it might happen in 2 or 3 days or in 3 weeks, but it will not take a lot of time anymore. It's registered, it's just inactive, so it's no theory that we are speaking here, right? It's facts, right? So the type of patent that Lego is looking for here is a very special type, because it's not only referring to the construction wheel as a part itself, so saying like we have a design safety or anything like this, certain parts cannot be reproduced in that way or anything like this. No, they registered the idea of making this part because they have developed it and it's their right. This is why they will get it done. And yeah, but the impact of that is not nice for many people. If we look, the most famous example, but there's lots more that we can see here in the third producers range that will be impacted directly is CaDa. The whole supercar series is using this part, and they will not be able, in the moment, as I say, that can happen right now, that the patent will be internationally active, they will not be able to sell any more sets. Not talking about producing them, no. Not a single set that is including this part from a third person party can be used or sold anymore. If you're selling it, you are making yourself illegal, and Lego will go after you. They will go after CaDa or the brick producers like Mold King or Mega Blocks immediately anyway. See? So what will happen is CaDa will stop the production. CaDa will advise their resellers to take these things out of the market, Probably a lot of resellers will declare in front of Lego that they will not sell any set anymore that will contain this part, just to protect themselves from legal issues. And it's highly recommendable, to be honest, because legal has proved many times in its history that if it claims patents, which is a very costly thing, even if we're talking about international patents that are also working in China, supposed to, or here in Mexico. It's a very costly thing, and if they claim these kind of wide patents that they did here, then they also claim their rights that come with this patent, and they do this recklessly, and that will be very expensive, too expensive for any third party producer, and way too expensive for any private mocker. So saying that, there's a couple of consequences that come out of this. Well, you as a complete private person, if you're just using this part, getting it out of an original Lego set, talking like that, and using it for a different purpose just in your home, there will be no effects at all. That's private creativity. But in the moment when you're going and you make a complete design plan, which is the expression of the mocker scene itself, the design scene, the people that take these bricks and make completely new things out of them, that you make a plan and share it with the community so that other brick lovers can build or rebuild or even refine it. Well, you can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. Any set, any mock, any whatever published plan that contains this part, it will be, in the moment of the activation of the patent, will be illegal. To say it just like that. It doesn't say that I like it. I hate it, but it is the way it is. Will be illegal, and another thing will be fact. Legal will go after it. Legal will go after it. You can now say it's okay or it's not okay, that's not fair or it's unfair. It's their right, it's their legal right, and they are going to claim it widely. And they are also kind of announced that they will claim it against mockers. So it's not only the third party producers that will be affected, but it's the private design world, our beloved mocker community that has created so many great sets during the last years, that has implicated so many creativity to the scene, far beyond what any producer is willing to give us or able to give us, costly points talking. And so I am highly worried about that part, right? Not only being worried, it's absolutely necessary to share these news with any kind of person that you know that is building mocks, that has shared design plans on the internet for free or for charge, it doesn't matter anymore, on Rebrickable or wherever, that they please go and get it down, because the patent can be active in the next 24 hours or in the next 4 hours. It can happen right now. It can happen in the next 3 weeks, and if you're still online and Lego gets you still online, they will go with the full force. As a private person, that will mean your ruin. Is that the nice way to do it? I don't think so, but please be warned. And those of you that are sellers or resellers of CaDa products, for example, or other third-party product producers that are using this certain part in one of their sets, well, get rid of the sets. In the moment it is active, these sets will be illegal, and you have to take them out anyway out of your windows, and they will not be worth nothing. Right now it's like evolving thing. No, it's inactive. It can be activated in that moment when it will be activated when the translation issues have been reviewed, and that can be at any time. In that moment when that happens, your sets will not be worth nothing, and they will be illegal to sell. If you anyway sell them because you said, well, I got them from CaDa 1 year ago or 3 years ago and I paid them and I cannot give them back, which is true, and stuff like that, No, anyway, the legal arm of the patent goes so far that it says, so if you sell them, resell them, still you are supporting illegal duplication resale, and everything of the patent right will apply, and most of the people will not even be able to only pay the type of lawyer that you will need to defend yourself in a situation like that. That being said, that is the news that I wanted to talk to you about. Please share it with everybody that you know that is involved in the scene, so that nobody gets into trouble. Lego, I can tell you that as a German coming from the Danish border, Lego will execute. They do this in the whole world. They stop a lot of they stop a lot of containers with third-party products. They have a lot of lawsuits ongoing in China, in Europe, in every part of the world, here in Latin America as well. So don't give yourself to the illusion that Lego will not execute, that you can try to sell after the activation of the patent, things like that on the internet. No, they will go for you and you will feel the full force. So please be careful, people. I think it's a bad day for creativity. I feel it's a very terrible day. I just hope that our beloved mockers just get the right conclusions out of it, and just answer with even more creativity, who's using other parts, maybe referring to older parts, or come up even with their own constructions again. They have been surprising us so many times. As a fan, I'm wishing that they continue to surprise us and to support our brick stone addiction, as I don't have these amount of creativity or abilities of design. Well, give me a like, even if it's not good news. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe so that you will not miss any message at any time, or one of my new videos. As have been announced this week, we will also start a production process here, so get into it. There's a lot of nice videos that you can find. If you don't know me, push the bell so that you will never miss news like that. And there's upcoming news, big news about the Mexican bootleg scene as well, first-hand news. I'm a little bit into the scene. Always take it with a small grain of salt, but this one here, there's no grain of salt in it. These are facts. Links are down below if you want to inform yourself detailedly what is the text of the patent, what is the legal claiming directly here or whatever. It's all down there. Well, that's for my side. See you soon. Yours, Masters Maniac Mexico.